morning everybody. Again, this is the second video of the day, and the topic of this video is iron deficiency anemia or iron deficiency and the homeopathic role in iron deficiency. And this topic has been forwarded by Hahnemann College of Homeopathy, West London. As you all know, I'm doing PG from there. So now today we will discuss with iron deficiency anemia. What is iron deficiency? As the name indicates, deficiency of iron. Do you think we have a raw iron in our body? It's hemoglobin. Basically, we are talking about the RBC. We are talking about the hemogram. We are talking about the hemoglobin content of the blood. The red color of the blood is because of RBCs. The RBCs, what they carry? They carry hemoglobin. And what hemoglobin do? Hemoglobin transfers the oxygen to all part of our body, to every cell. They deliver the oxygen. They're like courier man. They're like a post office man who transfer the messages from one place to another to everybody. The similar way, the RBCs carry hemoglobin and hemoglobin carry oxygen to all part of our cells. Okay. Now, in case of iron deficiency, what happened? What happened is exactly why it happened. The main thing is, it is very much common in women because of the menorrhagia, metrorrhagia, after delivery, postpartum hemorrhages are the cause. Injuries, accident, loss of blood loss in accidents, in injuries can be a cause. People who are having gastric ulcer, hemorrhoids, they have a lot of bleeding ulcers, they can have hemoglobin deficiency. So any patient who is having primary or secondary illness with loss of blood can be a patient of iron deficiency anemia. Now, how to elicit? What are the symptoms? One thing very common is, we all learned, is spoon shaped nails, pale skin, breathlessness, tiredness, fatigue, inability to perform, mood swings are there. And because of the prostration and weakness, the patient is incapable of holding the things, completing the things. Mental confusions are there. Dyspnea is there. As you know, when when hemoglobin will be low, oxygenation will definitely be low. So it will definitely affect the breathing rate, the respiratory rate, along with tachycardia can be there, bradycardia can be there, heart conditions can be there. So iron deficiency anemia, if left untreated, can lead to a lot of complication. In primary cases, hemorrhage can be because of a hemorrhage condition. In case of like in pregnancy, or in case of accident, menorrhagia, metrorrhagia, or in case of damage to blood vessel, cut injuries, okay, aneurysm rupture, appendix rupture, any of the surgical condition, this is very common, right? And now what to do? The first thing what to do is to add iron in your diet. And which form of diet? Vegetarian, green leafy vegetable, kale is there, there are coriander, lot of spinach is there. Go with lot of green vegetables. I want to mention one thing. Always take vitamin C with iron content rich sources. See, if you take spinach, do take tomatoes, do take lemon. Vitamin C is very important to have absorption of iron in the gut. If vitamin C won't be there, iron will go in vain. Whatever amount of iron you will take, it will go in vain. That's why always substitute iron along with vitamin C, either in the dietary form or in the medicinal form or in the supplement form. But we should have vitamin C added along with the iron. Okay. The another thing I want to mention is, I always believe, go with the dietary changes. If you feel ki dietary changes can help, go with that. And there are three types of iron deficiency, basically three levels of iron deficiency anemia. One is mild iron deficiency because of injury or secondary cause. Second is when the depletion, when the body already having the iron reserve, they get depleted. And the third is the severe form. Okay, so it is a severe form is below 7 gram per deciliter. Okay, and I don't want anybody to reach that level, because we are having lot of options to cope with the iron diet. It's very easily available. Okay, so another thing what I want to focus is, iron has to be there. Before going with the disease name, it is always important for a physician to elicit ki maybe the condition can be arise because of the lack of vitamin, lack of mineral deficiency syndromes are there. Dietary restrictions would be there. So I always go with a case study, and I always go with a dietary observation of the patient. What patient eat, how eat, how frequent eat, because if iron deficiency anemia left untreated, it can lead to tachycardia. A patient having palpitation will go to the cardiologist, but they will not understand that this is because of iron deficiency anemia. See, it's a minor disease of it's a condition of deficiency, and the patient led to tachycardia, cardiologist. So you can very well understand. Never leave these deficiency conditions as it is, and I hope things will be good. Always go with the iron supplement. Always go with a good rich source of iron in your diet. Take a lot of vitamin C. Take a lot of iron. Do exercise, because along with the hemoglobin, exercise is important. Okay, so I do wish everybody get a good health. Be very careful with your diet, and always win over iron deficiency anemia, because this is something very basic. Always eat good, eat healthy, eat at frequent intervals. Do intelligently plan your diet. Do take fruits. Do take vegetables. Do take tomatoes. Do take lemon. Do add things in your diet. Okay, and if you feel no, it's not possible, go with the supplement. And if you think again that is also not fruitful, go with the homeopathic medicine. We are having Pharaphos, we are having 6 biochemics, we are having. Okay, there are a lot of options in homeopathy also, but before going to the jumping to the medicine, it's better to go with the right dietary changes than the supplement than to the physician. Thank you. Take care, everybody.